Hey, what up, guys? Mr. Zoo Nation over here, coming at you with an interesting discussion and kind of sort of a small rant. So, what do I have? What do you have for us today? So, I don't know if a lot of people know this. I play like a lot of card games. Vanguard, of course, is my main card game, but I originally started in Yu-Gi-Oh. I still kind of play Yu-Gi-Oh from time to time, and I also play Magic. But I notice something whenever I play Magic. Every time somebody gets together, let's say I like meet Bob, and Bob wants to play Magic. The first thing Bob asks is, "Oh, what format do you play?" Because Magic has a lot of formats. It has standard, modern, legacy, commander, etc. So, etc. So anyway, etc. But anyway, I kind of noticed that Vanguard, nobody does it, and I don't know if it's because a lot of people aren't necessarily knowledgeable about Vanguard having formats, or people just don't really want to take the time to either learn a format or try to play cards from a format, which sometimes is understandable. But I mean, I would love to try to like find people who actually try to play a different format. And I know like some beginner players are like, I didn't even know Vanguard had a format, and sometimes it's understandable. Um, to give like a brief, quickie on like what all the fight formats is, like clan fight is our main format. You know, it's everything. All the main rules are in clan format. Every tournament is in main format, clan format. Then we have a stream fight, which is one I'm kind of really interested in trying to do. So a stream fight allows clan mixing, and it also allows any restriction towards cards and fighter rules does not apply, and sub clan restrictions on card abilities still apply. I like Extreme Fight. I kind of want to try it because I think that's like the one thing that Vanguard kind of sort of is missing compared to like what most card games have, and that's like the ability to try to experiment by mixing different sorts of clans. Now, will it work per se? I don't know. I mean, there are some that like were successful. I mean, there was Steel Vampire in the Oracle Think Tank deck, and it worked pretty decently well. I mean, that shit was actually pretty good. I kind of remember that because I remember when I started playing, I played like way before they even started doing this whole format shit. Like clan mixing was kind of sort of allowed, but it was kind of more like oh yeah, they have it right here. It's classic format. Yeah, so it's more of a classic format type thing. But like I said, I would love to try out like a stream fight. But my problem with all these formats is G regulation, because that's where Cardfight Vanguard Online comes in play. Which it's the one rule that kind of questions if I really like to play this game, or do I want to wait until they do all the other updates, adding all the older cards, which will mean bringing the better format, other formats into play. The reason why I hate G regulation format because it only allows cards that belong in the G era unless if it's been reprinted. Like Title Assault was reprinted, so it can be allowed in G regulation. But my problem isn't the fact that it isn't the fact that it restricts everything to the G era. I don't really mind it too much if a lot of clans were to get a lot of support. And if there's one problem that Vanguard has the most, it's they don't necessarily give a lot of support to certain clans. A prime example will be Grand Blue. outside of Fighter Collection 2015 and outside of the Winter Edition of Fighters Collection 2015, Grand Blue has not gotten any support nowhere in 2015. Last year, it only got fucking four new cards last year. That's ridiculous. That's stupid. And my thing is, if we're going to allow G regulation inside Vanguard Online, then that pretty much means that Gear Chronicle, Link Jokers, Shadow Paladins, and Connoisseur de Narukami are pretty much going to be the best decks in the game. Because it's always one of those few decks. Oh, actually Dimension Police as well. Those are in technicality, the 5 decks that are going to be the best choices to play in Vanguard G until Vanguard Online, until we get all the older cards in order to play regular fight rules format. Which, in my opinion, that's stupid, because then it just like, I don't, like me for example, I don't play any of those clans. So it's like, okay, well, I'm kind of in the shit because I play Mega Colony, and I know for damn sure you can't necessarily do anything Mega Colony wise as far as the whole G regulation format thing starts right now. I mean, you definitely need all of the older shit in order for that deck to completely work. So as far as and maybe it's just me because I don't necessarily play all of the decks that like everybody else plays. Like, I wouldn't mind playing Gear Chronicle, but I just feel like I don't want to be forced to play a clan that I am not used to, because the clans that I'm normally used to doesn't have support at all, or doesn't have the support that I need to like make the deck good, in my opinion. That's the one problem I have with G regulation fight, but outside of that, I like it. And then Flash Fight, it seems pretty interesting. It kind of reminds me of Commander a little bit, but pretty much what this states is that you're only allowed like 25 cards. Since it's like such little card ability, like of course, what's his face? It's only 4 damage instead of 6 to get to, which is weird because then it's like, okay, well, if you're going to use Limit Break, then you either have to really depend on the Limit Break enabler or you're fucked. Because Limit Break doesn't even count until you get to 4 damage. And only 8 trigger units is needed, which is like a maximum of 2 heal triggers. But that is like, still. Crits all day. Then of course you have like the draft, which is like the booster shit, but we're not going to get too much into that. But I feel that we should kind of get more into the formats, because it will be interesting to go around and be like, hey, do you play clan format? Do you play a stream format? Is that okay and whatnot? I mean, I would love to do that. I mean, I would love to, especially a stream format. I would love to experiment in a stream format. I hope you enjoying like the video. Like, comment, subscribe. This is Mrs. Zoo Nation signing out, and for my next video, I'm going to be doing either one of 2 things. I'm either going to be talking about the tier list in Vanguard, or I'm going to do a deck profile. More likely, unless if I can find a decent camera, I'm probably going to do the thing first. So anyway, Mrs. Zoo Nation signing out.